Alright everybody, well, that's a wrap for the year, man. The Micro Minnie FLX is done and she's ready to be winterized. And because I've had some requests on basically how to winterize the system, I'm just going to go through really quickly where to access the water pump, the water heater, and the low point drains. Other than that, I will provide links on the Truma system and how to actually go through the process of winterizing it, because there's no point in rehashing what's already readily available on YouTube. And I think this is pretty much standard across the Micro Minnie FLX line, with the exception of the bunkhouse, just because of the different bathroom configuration. But with that, let me just go over the tools you're going to need to do this. Impact hammer, bolt cutters, and a 5-pound sledge. And if you have no sense of humor, you are not going to realize I'm totally full of crap. This is actually all you're going to need to winterize your system. So just basically a number 2 Phillips and 3 gallons of RV antifreeze, and you should be good. And I'm telling you, if you can use this, anybody can do it. There's no point paying a dealership to do what you can easily do for yourself. So with that, let's get right to it. Alright, like I said, we're going to jump right into it. So basically this is on what I assume is probably the same axis in all the models, at least in the 2022. Well, the Micro Minnie models. But I had to remove the door because the hinge here, the panel would hit it and it wouldn't allow it to come out. So I had to take the door off to get the panel off, to get the water pump, which is underneath it. And then what you'll see here, and the instructions are actually pretty good in the manual, but you close this valve. So that shuts off the valve from the fresh water tank. Open up this one, which is the siphon hose. Turn your water pump on, and you'll cycle through all of basically your faucets, your toilet, your outside shower, and then the spigot that's on this side. I will point out when you do this one, make sure you shut the pump off and then open a faucet to relieve the pressure. Otherwise, that one's going to spray you with the antifreeze. Fortunately, it's supposed to be safe, so I'll be taking a shower anyways. But so this is how you get to it and access it from this point. And then after this, obviously, it's just a matter of cycling through all those things to flush the system. And then I'm going to show you basically how to access the water heater in the bathroom, as well as the low point drain valves. So getting right to it, here we go. So here on the bathroom side of things, this is where you'll access the back side of the Truma water heater. And you'll see there where it's basically bypassing the water heater when the valves are in line with the hoses. That is in bypass. You'll see how it'll just loop around. But then you'll also see little instructions for it. And then what you have back here, these 2 little valves, you just pop right up. They come up really easy. Those are your hot and cold low point drains. And so all you got to do is pop those up once you've run antifreeze through everything. So your faucets inside and outside, don't forget the outside ones. And that'll basically be really, I mean, most of the winterization for this thing is actually really simple. So have at it, have fun, and hope to see you next season.